war. To my family, my cosmic family, I love my family. You are my family. We ain't gotta have blood, but just know it's all love. I really wanna give you a hug, so speak whatever you need to speak. You gotta open up your throat chakra. You gotta motherfucking release. Don't let nobody have that much power over you to where you can't even speak about your shit, on your shit. Better let them know you got it like that. So come on, baby, to the channel.
Fair rising. It is currently 6 a.m. I just got up. So I had a dream that it was a message that the neighbor house that got shot up have a dark portal in their backyard. And in this portal, it's like a circle of dirt. And as this portal, I'm in the backyard because I was helping cut their grass with a friend. And in the backyard, dang, it was a friend that recently just passed away, and I was working with him at Red Lobsters. He was in a dream for some reason. Don't think about him much, don't talk about him. I don't know, he was in a dream helping me. He was my child's father or something, I don't know, or my friend, I don't know. And in this backyard, I'm looking, and I see aliens. They stop and they look at me, and I look at them back, and I couldn't really see them like that because they kept fading. So I had to cover my right eye to zoom in, because both of your eyes can see different shit, and I believe your left eye can zoom in on shit. Your right eye don't, but your left eye can. You gotta do like this though. So I did like that, and I zoomed in so that they looked at me. They stopped and they looked at me. They was like, and I was like, they looked at me. I didn't get scared or nothing. I'm like, damn, they looked at me. So I ended up leaving. I was telling him, like, look, it's a fucking, a portal right here. And a girl came out of the portal. So when she came out the portal, she was like, get me. She was running from something. So I grabbed her, and I hurried up and took her in my house. She was in my house, in my room. There was a few people in my house. I don't know who it was. Maybe a few of my ancestors. So she started talking to me and stuff. She had her crystals and stuff on. She was like, certain people can tap into their astral records, and certain people can tap into some things. And she was tapping into stuff. She was like, he go come. And I'm like, who? And she couldn't really say it. So I go outside to go to the portal again, and it turned into water. So with this, the whole backyard of my neighbor house that got shut up turned into water. So I'm finna walk out the backyard, and there's something on top of the roof. It's a motherfucking, like, a vampire demon. He looked at like box face, damn near like Incredible Hulk, but like Mexican or white. So he instantly started trying to attack me. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm running from him, because I don't know what it is, and I ain't think to use my powers. I just noticed she said that they couldn't come in unless they invite you in. So when I get to the side of my yard, it was a little boy running in the street. So the vampire was trying to go towards the little boy. Wait, was the little boy my son or no? I don't know. The vampire was trying to go latch on my son. And it was like a Mexican, like, it was like somebody I knew came out of my house with power and was like beating this vampire ass, but he wouldn't win. So he like, go in the house. So I go in the house and say, whatever you do, don't invite nobody that you normally don't deal with in. So I go in the house, and I look out my window, and he out there fighting. So my daughter and my son in the house, I said, whatever y'all do, don't invite nobody fucking in, nobody. And then my other neighbor across the street, she was coming in and stuff. It was so crazy. She was coming in and she was like, got a beautiful house, stuff like that. We just chilling. She ain't invite nobody in. So I'll get back to the girl. She like dark skin, really pretty, ancient. She said they trying to kill me because I'm powerful, but you gotta be careful. They know how to get into other people that you cool with. So people that you normally knew and you used to be hanging with, that vampire demon know how to get into their body. So me and the girl, I'm with my homeboy. You can leave the house and stuff like that because he don't really want them. He want me and her, but he can't get us. And this homeboy that recently just died in his real life, he all in there with me. He got my back. So fast forward, we in the car, we going somewhere. She had to go somewhere to get one of her protections that's here on the planet. So we taking her to go get it, and I'm getting it with her. So I end up coming back home. We come back home. Fast forward again, we go outside. My kid's on a trampoline because he can't come in my yard either. He can't come in my yard or my house. Most he can do is try to stand on my porch. And the guy was telling me, like, you see your picture right there where your grandparents at? That picture with all the orange stuff on it and pictures? He's standing right behind that picture outside your door. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm still not scared, though. I'm just looking and listening, and I'm learning and I didn't use my power. I was just helping this other girl, and she was dark-skinned. Maybe she looked like me. It looked like my grandma a little bit. I don't want to say that, but it looked like my grandmother that shared the birthday with me. So she young, though. She real young. She showing me her crystal. She opened up a portal with a like a gold, like just saying some words, some chants, and end up opening up a portal. She like, you can always tap into your stuff once you just you know, clear your space and stuff like that. So my kid's on a trampoline and she in my backyard, but she up in the sky, like levitating. And the vampire dude in the street by my neighbor's house and right in the middle of the street by the house that got shot up. And she up in the sky throwing shit at him, and he like, she throwing like spells and potents through my yard to him. Like, you know, we can go out and we can throw shit out, but he can't come in or can't come close. So with that being said, he can't even come close really to the neighbor house next door. That's how close they is to me. So she ended up getting down and we ended up coming back in the house, and then my friend ended up coming back. And when he came back this time, he didn't look right. And she like, no, don't let him in. So we didn't let him in. And with that being said, he was able to get into his body. More of the story, I'm feeling like this dream is trying to tell me, in the spiritual world, I'm protected like a motherfucker because they all here. They at my house. They fighting for me. They with me. They all here. But in this physical world, the people that we love be cool and close to us. And then this one powerful motherfucking vampire demon hop into their body, and you wonder why people be switching up on you. They don't switch up on you because they want to. They switch up on you because this person that took over their vessel for a minute. And this person that took over their vessel got it out for me. Got it out for my ancestors. Got it out for the people that I'm fighting for and fighting with. Because we doing some powerful shit. And even though the portal was in the backyard of that man's house over there, he still was unable to get in that man's house. So meaning that the man that's living in that house over there that got into that shootout, he's not all wicked. He just have a portal in his backyard. And if you look at his house, he got a real dead tree in his backyard. Like, this shit got so deep, y'all. So, moral of the story, I've been talking and I've been saying some things lately. I've been saying, like, why do I feel like every time I let somebody in, they end up trying to drain me or take some shit from me, like, after a few days or so. Like, they start turning wicked. And I'm like, damn, maybe it's just them or the government or something. That's what I was saying. But then I was like, no, it ain't the government. It got something to do with that. It's that motherfucking wicked vampire demon that want to get me so bad, but he can't. So he used people to try to get to me. And he want to use kids to try to get to my kids, to invite them in. But I've been so on my baby's head, like, no, nobody can come in my house. And that's how I am. Nobody can come in my house. If you came in my house, you overstepped a very important boundary, and your ass can get a curse on your ass. Don't come in my house unless I invite you in this motherfucker. And if I invite you in, my children are children. Their invites are not even powerful. You come in after a child, you overstepped another boundary. Get the fuck on. That show you trying to manipulate a child to let you in. And this vampire is, this demon vampire is so heavenly deep in a little ass boy. And I'm looking like, what the fuck? And my homeboy my old homeboy that just died at Red Lobsters, me and him was cool as fuck at first. He was helping me out. We used to hang. We used to crack the hell up. Like, he was cool as hell. We used to flirt a little bit, but we never talked to each other like that. Cool as fuck. But that goes to show you, in a dream, he had my back. He was doing whatever to protect me. And then that last time he left and went to his family house or something, that vampire hopped into him. But the vampire can't really hop into your body unless you allow it to. Or he latching on something so fucked up in your life that he can hop in your body like that. So the vampire guy, or this whoever he is, this assassin for light workers, hopped into my homeboy body and took him. And this homeboy recently just passed away and had a seizure. And by him being an organ donor, the people won't help him, save him. We try to revive him because he's an organ donor. And that's what the fuck happened to him. That's a fucked up way to leave. It probably wasn't even your time. You probably was drinking too much, had a seizure, or honestly speaking, people that have seizures be trying to release that motherfucking wicked ass demon in them. Because out of nowhere, I remember at Red Lobsters, he just turned on me and turned evil on me, like, stop fucking with me, start talking about me, treat me bad. I'm like, what the fuck? We was just cool. You feel me? And he was cool as hell. Maybe that was just their way of showing me in a dream that he had my back in the beginning. Because he used to have my back. I realized, like, bro, that nigga gay as hell, keep trying to argue with you. Like, what the fuck? And then switched on me. And I believe that's what happened on the spiritual side of things. Like, that's deep as fuck. I love you all. Ashe. That's all I had to say. The goddess that was in the dream with me, she was young, she was on it, she kept her crystals on. She had her crystals on all her hands. That's her way of letting me know me wearing my crystals is actually guarding me from the shit, but I also have my own power and strength to see through anything. I fear nothing. I fear none. I know the force of nature work with me. I know the force of the motherfucking universe work with me because I am here on a mission. And I'm going to fulfill that. I don't give a fuck what I did in this so-called 3D. In the spiritual world, I am still loved. I am still protected. There's motherfucking angels at my house right now. And the fact that I seen this Mexican angel had beam of light coming out his eyes, his hands, and I think it was his eyes and his hands. And he had on a regular outfit. He had on a beater and some blue jeans. And he came out my house and said, go in the house. Nobody can hurt you or nobody can do shit if you don't let them in. Don't let nobody in your motherfucking house. And I have not. Nobody can come into my house. I love you all. Peace of love. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Give thanks to nature. Give thanks to the universe. Give thanks to your motherfucking self because they hear, they watch, and they see it. Everything. I love you all. Ashe. This is another thing. The little boy that was in the middle of the street trying to protect me or trying to just, he was just standing there, was my little boy. Was my baby. When he was in that crossfire with that shooting, that angel stepped right out there and protected my child and was beating that other thing ass. I don't think my angel lost the fight or died. No, I just think my angel did what it did. Or my guardian or one of my servants, one of my protectors. And he is a Mexican man. Latino, or whatever he is. He was out there saving my child. When he told me to get in the house and stay in the house and don't invite nobody in. And that same day, the guy across the street, brother, walked over here and said, do you have a screwdriver? And I said, yeah, you can use it. Hold on. I shut my door, locked it, and I gave him the screwdriver. That same day, his brother spoke to me physically. Normally he just waved. This day how you doing today? You doing good? Yep. That motherfucking evil vampire demon got inside the brother that had the courage to walk over here and ask for a screwdriver. And I watched him walk back home, and he walked so slow with his head down as if he didn't even know why the fuck he was over here asking me for something. You could have called any one of the guys that be over there about a screwdriver. You could have went to Dollar Tree and got the screwdriver. But you asked me because you thought I was going to say, come on right here, stand right there. No. And when he brung it back, I gave it to him. And I looked him in his eyes. They was red and like sad and demonic. And when he looked at me, he looked over my shoulder as if he seen somebody. Like, a few things on my wall, but he looked over my shoulder like he seen something. If I would have let him in my house and stood in my house for a second as I gave him that screwdriver, that probably would have been a way of me letting that demon in. And my baby could have been taken from me if I would have let that man in my motherfucking home. Because he was just a vessel for that real important and evil demon that want my ass. But I didn't. Nobody. I don't give a fuck how nice you is. I don't give a fuck how much we talk on the phone. Even the dudes that want to lay with me and sweet and nice and kind and trying to get to know me and unwind ain't even been invited to my motherfucking house. No one is invited until I invite you and spirit invites you as well. This shit all come together. Past, present, and future are all together. People say stay out the past. No. Correct. Stay out your head for thinking about shit that you've overcame. It's like me overcoming the fact that I could have lost my son, right? Could have lost my motherfucking child, but I didn't, so I'm not gonna keep elaborating on that. I moved out of my old home. I'm not gonna elaborate on that. You know, that's what means stay out of that part of the past where you keep elaborating on shit. But another thing, the garden next door to me, the first thing the neighbor next door, when she came and got her dog, she said, "That remind me of Detroit." I said, "What?" "No, it don't." Cut straight into her. She was like, "No, I'm talking about the house next door, the house right next to me, on the left of me." She said, "Cause all them," I said, "I love his yard. That's a garden. That's a huge garden filled with living things." She said, "Yeah, but all the mosquitoes, that's the demon in you. He done came and got in your body, huh? You ain't never seen that garden up close the way you did in my yard. That's beautiful. Fuck a mosquito." Fuck what? I don't give a fuck about no mosquito. I love that yard, and I tell my neighbor every time I see him, every blue moon, because I give him their space, but I let him know I love that yard, and I'm thankful that he gave me that yard, because that yard is mine. He never go back there. He don't care that I water it or anything. He like, I don't care. Like, he just let me have it, and that's why his home is protected. In that very extreme download, his yard was protected. And the lady that I saved out that portal was able to levitate up through my yard and his yard and throw spell balls at that demon that was standing in the middle of the street by the guy house that got shot at. I would show y'all, but I don't want to expose too much and put too many people in the business. Not saying that they are evil people, because that man still have not let them in their house, in his house. He can only stand on a porch and be in that portal in their backyard. That's why they keep getting shootouts and stuff at that home, because it's not really too much of him, I will say. It's him too, but what he doing out here in the streets, but it's the home he live in. It's the portals that's in that home, like around that home, in that backyard of that home. So, and sometimes I used to see their door open at night or in the early day. It'd be like a dark red, blackish portal in their house, like a sink, a deep sink portal. So yeah, these downloads are intense, and I'm grateful to have them. I'm thankful to have my protection, and I know who everybody is that's protecting me, and I see them. They in 3D too. They in 3D. They on this planet too. They on this planet. And they heavenly in the spiritual realms. I love you all. Ashe, ashe, ashe. I see it and I remove myself. But I just want to say this. The reason why he hop in y'all bodies and take over y'all vessel is because you master some of the traits. Not all of his traits, because he want revenge for some shit. I don't know. But it's funny to me because I see when people jealous, they use it as a joke. Like, I'm jealous, I'm this. I see it. I see it when the manipulating come. When you want to manipulate some shit. You want to control some shit. You want to cause chaos. Even if it's just on a 3D, you want to cause chaos. Because you want to cause chaos. Now you done summoned a very high entity that feel the same way for me and all my tribe members, baby. And my ancestors. You feel me? So, you was just, he used your vessel for a minute and he go get up out your shit once he know I done cut you the fuck off. He know it won't happen again. So now he go use somebody else with the same interests. He go try. But I see it through all. I love you all again. I'm out of here. I know I keep on making these little small ones, but it's just, it would need to be said. Yeah.